So I want to talk to you guys about honestly like what it really means to follow your dreams in regards to mindset and manifestation. And I want to use a very like simple but yet extraordinary example. I don't know how many of you guys follow that guy Sailing with Phoenix. Now, this guy went viral on TikTok recently, honestly, just about a month ago, for quitting his job. I think he worked for like an auto parts company, but he also had a spinal condition to where it causes him like a lot of discomfort and maybe some pain. I believe it's within his neck to upper back area. And he's like, I hate this job. It's always been my dream to sail the Pacific Ocean and to sail from literally, like, I think he sailed from Oregon to Hawaii. I believe it was Oregon because I don't think he was in California already. In fact, I believe if he was in California, he probably would have made it sooner. So yeah, I believe it was Oregon to Hawaii. But either way, he documented his trip. He, spent the money that he had on a boat and purchased all that he would need because he's always been passionate about, sailing and things like that. And it's crazy that even I'm sitting here talking about this because I know nothing about sailing, right? Like, it's crazy because I don't know if y'all remember when those memes, like those like, deep sea memes, like are those like men who work on those like night boats or whatever, that yo ho, all hands. Like I'm like, bruh, like when I saw him, I was like, oh dude, like that's what I thought. Those videos always fascinated me because like I know nothing about it. And I've been on boats before, and I've been on like the little Chicago river boats, and the biggest thing was like not the Disney cruise, but there is a Disney boat, like a fair boat that will take you from one point of Disney Island down there in Florida to the other part. And I've been on that in Disney World in Miami, Florida, right? Or I don't know if is it in Miami or is it Orlando? That had to be Orlando, right? Well, it's in Florida because that's the only Disney World I've ever been to, and I've only been to that one like maybe 2 or 3 times. But essentially what I'm saying is Sailing with Phoenix, I believe his name is Oliver. His story really stood out to me. And it's crazy because when he first went viral, I remember seeing him and I remember thinking to myself, like, he's going to go on this mission and he's going to be covered. He's going to be well protected. He's going to have everything that he needs and he's going to get there safely and he's going to be okay. And even when he showed how he would need to fix up his boat and, I guess maintenance things around his boat and just maintenance things for the trip, he was always able to do it despite seasickness, despite his discomfort, despite whatever it was that brought him any level of dis-ease. He was able to move through it. And honestly, like, thank God that nothing really like unfortunate happened to him. And I remember when he posted a post where he went viral again, and people were asking him like, oh, how does it feel being famous? And he was like, I really don't, he didn't say this verbatim, but it was pretty much like, I don't identify with being famous. He's like, I guess it's cool that I have people watching this journey. I guess it's cool that I have people engaging with my content and supporting me on my journey and my dream. But the Pacific Ocean literally does not care because, right, it's like every man for himself. And he's a man going, against the grain, against nature, against life itself, right? To simply sail from Oregon to, Honolulu, Hawaii. And he achieved it. I'm filming this on the day that he actually got there safely. And honestly, like, it inspired me to make this video because in the mindset and manifestation community, this is exactly what we are talking about. It's really about your belief and your faith in self, okay? How much do you believe in yourself to accomplish your dreams and your goals? And that's the exact thing, right? Like, whether you have had, regardless of your experiences in life, whether you have had extreme traumas, traumatized Girlie, right? Whether you have had hardships, trials and tribulations, whatever it is, you can indeed overcome once you decide to. There's nothing against you when you go all in on self. And that's talking about self-belief, self-reassurance, self-preservation, faith, self-love, self-concept, and self-elevation. That will lead to your evolution. And when you go all in on self and you don't give a damn about what your 3D is showing you, Oliver, his 3D was showing him quite literally nothing but the Pacific Ocean. So imagine that, right? It was literally just him, his cat, and the ocean, right? And he made it to Hawaii safely. And he just was like, I gotta try this. I gotta do this. I'm tired of this past life that I'm living. I want more than this. I want to experience more than this. And he was covered the entire way. How that manifested for him was probably beyond his wildest beliefs. And even I am curious as to if he even believes in, manifestation and evolution of mindset itself. And regardless of his faith, like, I don't even know if he's a religious guy or anything like that. But what he demonstrated here is all you need is that faith and trust in self, and that self-concept that says, I am enough and I am indeed able to do this, and your reality will follow. This man had Elf Cosmetics give him snacks, give him like a whale care package with snacks and skincare and all that. They dropped that over to him. He had people trying to meet up with him and give him snacks and give him everything. Not to mention, there are already so many people over in Honolulu, Hawaii, who are waiting right there on the coast to greet him and meet him and his cat and take him out to eat and look out for him and meet him and like exchange, conversation and memories. And who knows, maybe hook him up with a place to stay or whatever it is. But look at how that man's journey was covered every single step of the way, just because he said, I am. Whether he's aware of it or not. I peeped it because, I'm a mindset geek. And I'm like, he doesn't know. He is not aware. I don't know if he's aware of how great he's being right now. That's stepping into your I amness and saying, I am going to do this. I am the person to do this. I've seen enough to where I know I need to achieve this, and if I don't, I'm going to regret it. That is all it takes to go all in on your dreams. All you have to say is, I am, and I promise you the rest of your life will follow. You will be covered tenfold, whether you are starting from the bottom, starting over your life, rebuilding, restructuring, and moving forward, whether you are in between and still trying to figure it out, but you're just tired of the old, and you know that you deserve more, and you know that you're worthy of more, and you know that you want to attract and achieve more. Okay, I am. Whether you know that there's just something meant for you bigger, and even if you're not quite sure exactly what that is or what that looks like, but you are willing to go all in on self, go all in on your self-belief, your faith, and everything like that to move forward, that's enough, because you're stating I am. And I love this because I do feel like I'm one of those people that I do believe that there is an awakening happening within human consciousness right now. Like how they say that there's rapid people who are awakening and achieving, higher levels of consciousness like daily, whether it's Christ consciousness, like what I've achieved, or, just even 5 or 6D layers. And I am going to have a video about the 9 layers of consciousness, and we're going to talk about all of that, right? To break it down so that way you guys can kind of know more of what I'm talking about. But just Google the layers of consciousness to like follow more along of what I mean until then, because I do believe that there is a mass awakening happening, and I love to see it because people are starting to understand that they do not have to be slaves to their job. slaves to the matrix, slaves to these ideas and constructs that were projected upon them to live up to and to still somehow never be enough. You have to declare enoughness within yourself and move forward with the absolute certainty that you are indeed enough, that you deserve nothing more and nothing less than the best, and that you are indeed the creator and the operant power of your reality. Therefore, you are indeed able to create the life that you always have deserved. And it's only up to you to step forth. Now, if this man who had a dream, right, who, like Martin Luther King, right? But like this man who had a dream to just like sail the Pacific Ocean from Oregon to Honolulu, think about what it is for your goals and for your dreams. And the reason why I'm making this video is because I relate to him so much. I'm a woman. I don't know anything about the sea or even like boats or the mechanics of a boat or anything of that nature. But I do know that my dream is indeed to be a mother, which that's already, been taken care of. But I do want 3 to 5 kids, okay? And I've always seen myself as married. I've always seen myself as committed to, hence why I committed to myself first on my own journey, because I gave it to myself first. I see myself as married with like 3 to 5 kids in one of my favorite suburbs in the Chicago area, okay? I don't want to like name it because I'm not trying to like, do all that. And I see myself as this amazing YouTuber, which I already am. And I see myself just simply doing real estate on the side, which I already am. Right? And, having a beautiful, amazing provider husband who loves me and actually sees me for who and all that I am. And a man who's not going to bring hardship into my life, who's not going to degrade me for liking the things that I like and, wanting to achieve the things that I'm achieving and my goals and my dreams and trying to, project his insecurities upon me. Like, absolutely not. Like, I see myself with a man who sees me for all that I am and all there is and is mirroring and matching that in every way which possible to not only provide for me, but provide for our family and to love me wholly as I've always deserved to be, because I love myself and I give all those things to myself already, right? So imagine if even I, a person who identifies as like pretty much a kept housewife and a successful YouTuber and, part-time real estate agent, imagine all the other people that Sailing with Phoenix is inspiring just by being. And this is exactly what we mean when we say and when we ask, who are you being? Who are you being when you are doing these things? Whether he realizes it or not, he stepped into his God state, he stepped into his I am, and quite literally sailed forward. And look at how he's been covered, protected, and rewarded. Because he stayed faithful to himself, he stayed faithful to his vision, and he stayed faithful to his path. Even though the path was unknown. All of our paths in life are unknown. We can only plan so far. But when you release the resistance and when you actually move forward with faith and you move forward with self-belief and self-certainty, you're going to find that your path will unfold for you as long as you stay straight on that path. Don't dwell in the past. Don't dwell with people who have already showed their true colors to you. Especially people who've done their worst to be the worst, right? Don't dwell on that. Don't dwell on people who have tried to put you down and or mock you for your dreams, your goals. Don't do that. Simply focus and embody the power and the certainty of self and move forward. If I am a person that relates to Sailing with Phoenix and you see how there are different extremes, like numerous extremes in both of our visions, but yet we are on a similar path to where we are moving with the same amount of momentum and the same amount of, drivenness, who's to say that your dreams are any different? Who's to say that you can't go out here and live your best life right now, today? I don't know what you guys' dreams look like. I don't know what it is that you want to accomplish. And if you're watching this video, feel free to go ahead and let me know in the comments. What do you see yourself doing? Who do you see yourself as? Are you who you say you are when it comes to who you are trying to be? Are you that? Have you embodied it? Do you even know the half of what it would take to get there? Okay, do you have faith and trust in self? Are you able to stay grounded within yourself and have that unwavering certainty regardless of what you see outside of you, regardless of what people try to say about you, regardless of what narratives try to come up against you, regardless of what levels of bullshit you may have to indeed overcome in order to continue to achieve your goals? Okay? Are you who you say you are? Because there's no reason for you not to be who you are and who you truly have always wanted to be, because you are all there is in your reality. Okay? You're the operant power. You're the only thinker. It's impossible for you to know what other people are thinking, saying, doing, whatever, when it's just your mind anyway. And when you release that, when you release the fear, the doubt, the shame, the guilt, the uncertainty, all of this, our entire lives are uncertain. But making the most of it today is all that counts. That's all that matters. And if you can have faith in yourself enough to keep onto the steady path to where your path will unfold to you, and you trust it, and you know it's only leading you to your highest good and to where you've always wanted to be, while you are still laying that groundwork and foundation in life, you are indeed unstoppable. And you deserve to live that way, as we all do. So yeah, I wanted to mention this video by Sailing with Phoenix, because he's done such an amazing job, and he's inspired me not to like sail the seas or anything, but to like live my best housewife life and, you know, continue to do Traumatized, Girlie, and Life of a Free Spirit, and continue studying for my real estate exam. I'm quite literally studying for the real estate exam right now. Because I want to get my license and everything. And because my fibroids are in the process of dissolving, they are not all dissolved yet on this day. I am filming this, I believe it's the 24th. Yes, the 24th of May that I'm filming this. They're not all completely dissolved yet, if you guys have seen that video on my Life of a Free Spirit channel. However, things are really looking up. So imagine, like, my fertility is already improving on its own, even already after having a baby, even after choosing myself and embarking on this mindset and evolution journey. And it makes me so excited, because even though, granted, like, my child fortunately was not affected by the fibroids, like somehow they miraculously like moved out of my baby's way. But imagine having a womb where it's like I may not have any. You know, for my future babies, that's amazing. And I'm grateful for, you know, my current child, and I'm blessed to be a mommy. But all that baby has taught me is how much I actually love being a mommy, despite everything that took place, despite everything that happened, that I honestly just like no longer identify with, because I know who I am. And I knew that I always deserved a better experience, both pregnancy and even postpartum. And now that I've completely separated from that and I just continue to move forward, I know that my dream is still out there for me, and it's unfolding to me. And imagine how, even with my fibroids dissolving, even with me studying for my real estate license, even with me building now Traumatized Girlie, because now I'm building this. This is like not only a hobby, but this is a commitment, because you guys have shown me your levels of interest, and now I feel like I have a duty here to create and talk about mindset and manifestation in my own way, and how it's applied to me in my life and my ascension, and, you know, doing my Patreon and my Calendly and all these things to interact and better connect with you guys, because of how you all have responded to me. you know, if I can do it, if Sailing with Phoenix can do it, you guys can definitely do it. Whatever your dream looks like, whatever it is, I promise you. And let this video just be a sign to motivate and uplift you as you continue to move forward through your life. Because once you instill that self-concept and you elevate in that self-worth, that self-love, and that self-trust and faith, you are unstoppable. You will always be covered. You will always be protected. And you will always be on your desired path. So let me know what you guys thought about this video. I love you all, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Mwah.